Today on Shop Nation, we organize some sandpaper. What's up and welcome to Shop Nation. I recently added this little combo disc belt sander to my workshop, which is a really low cost way to add a lot of sanding functionality to your space. Now just about everybody under the sun makes this exact same sander as far as I can tell. You can see that I chose to go with a Wen brand, but you can really pick and choose from whatever brand you're most loyal to. So there's a Ryobi, a Shopfox, a PowerTech, a Grizzly, list goes on. This is a great beginner shop tool if you want to add to your workspace. I know a lot of you out there probably already have either this model or a similar model like it. Now I already have a 12-inch disc sander that I use all the time, but the problem I'm running into is that the grit on that wheel is pretty aggressive. And if I want to do really small pieces or more detailed work, I find myself having to do it by hand or with a hand sander, which is why I added this little sander here. My problem is that I also bought a variety of belts and discs to go with this sander, but now I have nowhere to put them. So that means we need to get organized. So I could keep them all in a drawer, and this is totally fine. But one, I want to have a little bit quicker access to them, and two, I want to free up this drawer space for something else. You can see that the belts take up a lot of room in a drawer, and I think they're much better suited on the wall. So located conveniently above the sander is this blank wall space that I think would make a really good spot for an organizational system for those discs and belts. And it just so happens that I've already designed an organizer for that space. Let's get to work. As you can see, I've got full color build plans available, complete with cut sheets and full color assembly instructions. With any project, we're going to start by breaking down our stock. I'm finding myself using my fenceless stop system a lot, especially for cross-cutting these wide pieces of plywood. Now this particular organizer is made mostly of 1/2-inch plywood, but there's also some 1x4 solid wood for some of the detail elements. In what will be the upper shelf section of this build, we need to cut some grooves which the shelf will sit in. It's important to size this groove width to whatever material you're using for the shelf. Alright, with everything cut down, it's now time for assembly. And I'm going to try out a new toy, which is an airless brad nailer. I have no idea what took me so long to convert. It is ridiculously awesome not to have to deal with an air hose. This organizer design uses a hidden cleat, which I use on a lot of my shop furniture. It makes for a very clean and easy way to mount something to the wall. Using one of my favorite layout tools, the T-rule, to strike a center line, and then marking out the locations for each hole. Here again, using the same stop block, this time to batch out some dowels at 4 inches in length. I do sell these blocks, so if you want one of your own, head over to my Etsy store. Then I can head over to the small combo sander and add a roundover and a chamfer to each dowel. Inserting the dowel into each hole and then using some finesse to get them fully seated. I've got to cut a notch in each shelf, and I love using this method to batch out the same thing on the same part. Now I could leave the project as is, but if you've ever seen a Shop Nation video, you know damn well I'm gonna paint this thing. Again, using the HomeRite pop-up spray shelter. I found this little plastic turntable at Target of all places, and it is really nice for getting to all sides of your part. Just adding the other cleat to the wall. And then finally just add everything in its spot. I couldn't be happier with how this organizer turned out. It's amazing what a little bit of organization can do to transform a space. I now have quick and easy access to all of the different grits for both the disc and the belt. If you don't have one of these small combo disc belt sanders, I really recommend you get one. Now, it's not a precision piece of engineering, it's just a cheap little sander, but I find myself using it a lot. And changing from a coarse grit to a very fine grit is much easier on that little thing than my 12-inch disc sander. If you do end up purchasing one of these little sanders, whether it's the Wen or another brand, I definitely recommend you invest a couple bucks and get the combo pack of the different discs and belts like I did. I'll have those linked down below. It's pretty cheap. Anyway, I hope you like the project. I'd love to hear what you think about it. Is this something that you can see being useful in your shop? If so, I do have plans available. See the link below. If you like the video, I'd appreciate a like, and if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe now. And for the subscriber update, we are at 48,967. Thank you to everybody who subscribes. I will see you guys on the next project, and until then, continue to pursue shop greatness.